Synopsis 2, and I'm back again with another movie review. I'm trying to be really quiet because my dad's asleep in the next room and I don't want to wake him. I just recently finished Wonder, which is by R.A. Palazzo, and I know it looks like it's by a man, but it's actually by a woman, and this is her first book. And it's a story about a young boy named August, and August has a facial deformity, um, and of course his mom and dad and sisters treat him, like he's a normal kid. But there are other people that are not so kind, and he has some friends in middle school that start to sit with him and make friends with him and realize that he is humorous and that he's a really nice guy to hang out with. And um, he relates himself to the kid who had the cheese touch, from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And in this book they called it the plague, but it was the plague of ugliness. And it just reminds me how cruel kids can be, and he seemed to be rather resilient about a lot of different things, and he showed us humanity and his steadfastness and his courage as well in the duration of the book. And I'm actually not going to tell you too much about that, because if I do, it'll be a huge plot point. And it's an excellent book. It's not very long at all. It's very short. It's only 313. Well, including the acknowledgement, it's actually 315 altogether. Well, 316, including permissions for the songs that she uses in the book, which I think are very profound and moving in their selection, and they tell a story as well. I really enjoyed the book. I thought it was excellent. I thought it was very moving and touching and heartwarming, and also heartbreaking at the same time, because I've been through what August has been through. Maybe not to the point that he's been through it, but when I was in grade school and middle school and high school, the kids weren't that kind to me. They would always make fun of me, and I was the butt of everybody's jokes, and I wasn't popular. Well, I had friends when I was in grade school and junior high. But in junior high, my best friend betrayed me, and then I became a loner because I felt so betrayed. I was just absolutely devastated by that loss, and it just kind of made me not trust people so much, I guess, because she was the closest thing I had to a sister other than my mother. And when mom died, it was, it's been hard on me, but I take each day as it comes, and you do what you gotta do. Although I can say that I do relate quite a bit to August. He went through some things in the book that were even worse than what I went through, and I have no idea how I survived junior high, but somehow I did. And it made me a better person. Sure, I cried a lot when I was high and elementary and high school, but those days are behind me, and I am who I am. And August, he shows this profound spirit about him that reveals his innermost character, I feel, in the book at the very end. And I won't say what he says, but it's a very good precept. He actually learns the word precept in his time when he's in school through his English teacher. And it's just a really excellent book, and I highly recommend it if you're interested in it. And even though it's written for young adults, I think all people can relate to it, especially if they're picked on quite a bit when they were younger. But despite that, I think those of us who endured such persecution when we were still children, I think that we have become more patient, and we can deal with other people more easily and be more forgiving because we've had to shoulder this burden on ourselves, and we've just learned how to be more tolerant and forgiving. I think maybe I'm being hasty in my generalization, but in my case, I think that there's a lot of truth to it.